Hello friends, welcome back. This is a bit of an impromptu Divine Masculine check-in. The energy was just so big and I wanted to share it with you guys, so I thought I'd pop on here and just share what we're getting. Normally I pull cards with you live, but again, this was kind of a private reading that I was doing, and then it just, so it wanted to come through, so here we are. I also just want to touch base with this concept, this idea really briefly, and I think I'm going to be going more and more in depth into this with more videos and just more content around it as I feel called and as it kind of wants to come through me. But I've had some huge epiphanies as of late, huge downloads coming through, and it is this concept which I've briefly kind of mentioned in a couple videos of like, if it's to be, it's up to me. And I've heard that saying for a long time, and I've understood it in theory, and I've understood it when it comes to certain concepts. But really applying it to these twin flame connections is this whole new download that's being embodied within me at this time, where every single thing that occurs, I'm taking responsibility and ownership of and absolute sovereignty for. It doesn't mean that your divine masculine is perfect. It doesn't mean that they don't have any work to do. It means that you go first. It means that you lead this connection because you are the conscious twin. You are the 5D twin. They are living in the 3D. The 3D is full of delusion. The 3D is full of fear, falsities, lies. It's full of a lot of doubt and just illusion, right? So you hold this consciousness, which is why it can be really hard for your twin to be conscious of the connection. It can be very hard for them to understand the concept of twin flames, or to even be able to say that they love you and that they feel the same way. But bottom line is, you are the same soul. You share the same soul. What you feel, they feel. They know, they are wise, but there is a depth to their wisdom. It is not on the surface, on the consciousness like yours is. And that is why this lesson, this journey can be so challenging. It can be so hard to learn this and to recognize, if it's to be, it's up to me. So it starts with you. It starts with you. And more than anything, pulling the energy back from your twin and back into you is going to shift everything. And I know we hear this a lot. I know a lot of people echo this, but there's a difference between hearing something and intellectually understanding it and really knowing it and embodying it from an experience, because we are such experiential learners. So so that's kind of this new kind of epiphany that's really coming through, where when you take all your energy out of your divine masculine, when you unhook, when you unplug, it doesn't mean you're cutting the cord. It doesn't mean you don't love them anymore. It doesn't mean that you're blocking them, because that would be blocking yourself, right? It'd be blocking love. It's not a blocking of the flow of love. It's a ejection from that attachment, from that hooked energy. Well, what are they doing? How can I fix them? How can I make them better? How can I get them to see things the way that I see it? How can I get them to really, adjusting my camera really quick, how can I get them to really like do the work, right? They have so much work they need to do, and we're not going to be able to get together until they do their work. That is what is stopping union. That is what is keeping you from each other. So you may be in contact with your twin, and you may have this relationship going where they come in and then they leave, and then they come in and then they leave, because more than anything, their higher selves and what their soul wants is to be with you. They want to rush in. They want this. They may not be able to consciously say that to you. They may not be able to even understand that in their conscious mind, because it's that 3D connection that stops them from that. But they're waiting for you to fully be in ownership and deserving energy around this connection. They're waiting for you to be able to say, yes, this is mine. I claim it, and I don't have to do anything about it. I don't need to fix him. I don't need to change him. He or she, divine masculine can be a woman. I don't need to fix them. I don't need to change them. I don't need to do anything to get them to behave a certain way, because that is control. All I need to do is love myself deeper and deeper. And when I have true, authentic love, self-love grounded in this divinity and source energy, it naturally overflows. It naturally wants to be expressed. And there's no fear around expressing it to my divine masculine. There's no fear around telling him or her, I love you. You are my soul. I love you. Like, all expression, not limiting your flow of expression, because as a divine feminine, we are here to be expressive. We are here to share. We are here to go to the depths of our emotion and to feel them. When we limit them out of fear of rejection or fear that society tells us as a feminine that we need to wait for the offer, we need to wait for the man to come forward, we need to wait for them to, prove themselves to us before we can give, before we can share. That's the 3D distortion. That's the illusion. That's what keeps us in separation. That's what keeps us separated from our own love, from our own divinity. Okay, so it really, really is, if it's to be, it's up to me. Keep putting that energy and that love on yourself. And even, so let's say you are in contact with your divine masculine. Don't let your conversations with him or her get into this place of trying to help them on their journey or trying to fix them or even spending much time talking about their spiritual growth or their spiritual journey. It's about you and your journey. They want you. They could happily sit there and listen to you talk about yourself for hours. But because if you're not fully embodied and you're not fully in wholeness and confidence and self-love with yourself, you limit yourself from that. You don't allow yourself to be someone to devote themselves to you. You don't allow yourself to be seen. You don't allow someone to just sit there with googly eyes and just, staring at you in awe. You limit it. You limit their expression. You limit the love that they want to give. Okay? You do it to yourself. They would happily rush in, bang on your door, devote themselves to you and express it all. But they're not going to do it until you are fully making it 100% about you. Like a very simple mantra that I've actually been doing is, it's all about me. It is all about me. Selfishness looks good on you. And it's not the distorted 3D selfish. It is the I am the shit. I am amazing. I claim this union. I claim this person. I call them forth to me. I draw them to me. And it's all about me. The reason that your masculine runs to a third party, to a karmic, if you've noticed, if you look at that pattern, they are always running to somebody that, if they're not a clinical narcissist, they display narcissistic tendencies. They are running to somebody that is larger than life, that is overly confident, and that doesn't fully unconditionally love them, because they're healing this wound too. But guess what? They're waiting for you. So it's not until you heal this wound of self-worth that they will heal theirs. It's not until you heal that they can then heal. So they will keep running to somebody else. They will run to these people that they just want to devote themselves to in the way that they actually want to devote themselves to you, but they'll go and do it to somebody else who is not going to love them back in the same way that you can, who's not going to give them that unconditional love, because that wound is not healed yet. But guess what? It's not going to heal in them until it heals in you. So if you have noticed that your divine masculine has separated from the third party, if you have noticed that the karmic situations are ending, that is an acknowledgement of you and the work you've done on your self-love, on your journey. And they can't even consciously articulate why they're leaving sometimes. They can't even consciously say, oh, I'm leaving because of this, or I'm leaving because of that. It's just a feeling. They're just reacting. They are only reacting. So they have a strong feeling, I need to go. But that thing that's making them go, maybe it's like, whatever, some 3D thing, like, oh, we're actually not that compatible in the way that our routines and our schedules and the way we live our life. But guess what? That was always present. Their schedules and their routines were always present. That was always incompatible, but it's not become a problem until just now, because something shifted within them, because something shifted within you. But they're just not the conscious twin, so they're not doing that inner self-reflective work. They're not the ones that are aware of that, which is why they didn't just break up with this person and come running to you, unless you were 100% in your power and healed and making it all about you. So I'm not, by no means am I saying be a narcissist, be selfish, and, you know, don't give that love to this person. You know, I'm not saying to pull your love back. I'm saying quite the opposite. When you're whole and you're filled up on your own love, when you are so high on your own self and your own beauty and divinity and just miraculousness, you're overflowing with love, and there's no limitation to that love. There's no love scarcity. You're not afraid of it running out. So you give it freely. You give it freely to the person on the street. You give it freely to your family that maybe might be of a complicated relationship. You give it freely to your divine masculine. You give it freely. It is overflowing from you. Okay? And that's when you know you're truly embodying this, when you're fearlessly able to tell your divine masculine how you really truly feel, how you really see them, how you really feel about this connection. And the more and more you keep the energy on you and you are in 100% responsibility and sovereignty for yourself and your actions and who you are, the more your divine masculine is going to awaken, unblock, remove themselves from unhealthy patterns, people, things, and they're gonna come running. There won't be this half in, half out. There won't be this separation. There won't be this waiting. It'll just be a full removal of all blocks. And it's not about, be careful to not be like, oh, I'm gonna do all this work so I can get this result, okay? So be careful not to be like, yeah, I'm gonna do all this work on myself so that I can get my masculine to finally tell me that he loves me. No, because guess what? That's a contradiction. You're still hooked into the energy of needing to hear that from them. So the second that you don't need to hear that anymore, that you don't need to hear how they truly feel, the second that you can rely only on your own heart, your own soul, and your own intuition, and knowing the truth that exists in the 5D, the truth that you are the same soul, and anything that you feel about your divine masculine, he feels the same way about you. When you can really, really embody that and know that at the bottom of your being, that is when union is available. That is when it's here. And that is when you don't have to do anything. You literally don't have to do anything to get to that point. It's a breakthrough. It's an awakening in your consciousness once you can embody that. Okay, that actually ended up being way longer than I thought it would be, but this is kind of all these new insights that have been coming on. So I will keep talking about this. I will keep sharing about this. Maybe I'll do an additional video because I do want to get to the read, and the read's going to be fairly quick because the cards are already pulled. But yeah, that was a really important piece for me to share today. Because I've felt this shift in consciousness, and union is here, it's imminent, and the only block right now is us, it's ourselves. Okay, so if it's to be, it's up to me. All right, that all being said, let's do a quick energy check-in with our divine masculines and see where they're at. And we're doing this from a place of empowerment and unconditional love, not in a place of neediness or attachment or manipulation. Okay, so we have, got a glare going. So we have the 5 of Voices, which is the 5 of Swords. And to clarify that, I got Justice and I got Death. So there is some defeat, there is some loss that is present in their energy and their consciousness. There is some transformation that is occurring, some regeneration that's occurring. They're needing to let things go and needing to let things die, and it's mainly in this intellectual space. It's these old ideas, these old concepts, these old thoughts that have kept them stuck. But there is divine justice promised to them as they purge, as they let this go. So as they let this be a part of their awareness and their understanding, the transformation occurs. But again, as divine masculines, they don't have to be as conscious of it as we are. They're just reacting to the energy. I do want to let you know before I get too far into this, bottom of the deck, 3 of Voices. 3 of Swords. Okay, so they are healing the heart wounds. They are healing the emotional wounds. They are removing the blocks to their heart right now. It is happening, okay? We had the Knight of Voices, so the Knight of Swords in reverse. To clarify that, 10 of Swords. Yeah, so there is a lot of completion and cycles ending with this energy. This dark energy, the cycle that we have been in these connections, this cycle of pain and hurt and betrayal and distrust and doubt and not knowing and being confused and pretending not to know and running away from ourselves, running away from our own divinity and truth and strength. That cycle is being completed. And guess what, Divine Feminines? The reason that your Divine Masculines are finally here is because you got here. Okay? You got to this place. The Knight of Swords in reverse speaks to them actually being very impatient, very impulsive. They actually really want to rush in. It's like I was saying, they want to be with you. They want to rush in. They want to queen you. They want you to be their queen. They want to come in and devote all of their love and energy to you. They want to give you the world. Okay, no matter what they're saying or doing in the 3D, that is what they want. And that's why they've been giving it to other people that don't necessarily deserve it, because that's how they want to be with someone. So when you're in a relationship with them and you're constantly second guessing yourself, you're constantly silencing yourself, you're constantly putting them on the pedestal and putting them above you, that's why they want to run, because that energy doesn't sit well with them. They're like, no, I want to be with a queen. I want to make her feel incredible because she already knows she's incredible. I don't want to do this thing to get her to feel that way. I want to give to someone who already knows it. Okay, so that's what this energy is about. This Knight of Swords in reverse is they really, really want to rush in. Okay, there's an impatience. They're over it. They're really over this separation. They are waiting for the signal from you, because we have the Six of Materials, which is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so they want to give, they want to receive. To clarify this, 10 of Cups, the Emperor, 8 of Wands. This is emotional fulfillment. This is them in their divine power as the masculine. They want to take charge. They want to lead. They want to come in. They want to sweep you off your feet. They want to move forward in this connection. They want to go fast. Knight of Swords in reverse, 8 of Wands. They want to come in. They want to start over. They want to put the past behind them. They really do. It's coming on so strong in this read. They are waiting on you. 4 of Wands in their energetic space. Okay, it's 4 of Inspiration in this deck. But to clarify that, we got the 7 of Wands in reverse, the 2 of Cups, and the World. They are completing this cycle. They are completing the 7 of Wands cycle of just disharmony, of defensiveness, of closed off, of feeling like they can't speak their truth, of constriction, of keeping themselves from you, from love, from the light, from the divine. They are completing this cycle because of the 4 of Wands. You are their person. You are their soul. Okay? This is the Twin Flame card. This is this beautiful foundation that you guys have been working on. And every bit of the journey has been necessary. The doubt, the fear, the not knowing, the running away, the separation. It has all been on purpose to build this strong, sturdy foundation for this 2 of Cups to come through, to complete this cycle. Oh, beautiful energy. See, I told you this is a great reading. I had to share it. 3 of Materials, the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so they really, really want to come together. They want to work together. They want to give and receive with their Queen of Pentacles. They want to build with you in the material world. To clarify, we have the 7 of Pentacles. They are planting seeds. They know that they want this. They know they will be with you. That's what they know. That's what they want. They know they're on this last hurdle, this last leg of the race, this last stretch, and they don't quite know why they can't rush in yet. Honestly, they don't understand it because they're not the conscious twin. They don't know why they're not reaching out. They don't know why they haven't come through, because they're super impatient. They're over it. They're like, what's going on? So they don't know why there's still this hurdle. They're not conscious of what this is, of this last bit of the embodiment and the integration that needs to occur. They're planting seeds. They want to ground this with you in the material world. You are their queen. You are the mother figure. You are their world, okay? They want to build this with you, but there's something stopping them. Do you know what it is? Only you know. And it probably has something to do with self-love. And you letting it in. These are these big epiphanies, and I know we hear this all the time. Like, I'm very aware that we hear this and we say this, but there's a difference between intellectually understanding it and fully embodying it, and that's what's occurring right now. That's this portal that's been opened up this week and leading up to the new moon on Saturday. That's what's happening. Like, this union is here if we choose it. Okay? Okay, we have the Muse of Inspiration. This is the King of Wands. In this deck, it is around the Muses. So he or she is really in his fiery passion. He's connected to Source. He's connected to God. He's getting the downloads. He's getting the inspiration, and he wants to act. The fire suit is quick, fast moving. They want to act. They want to make it happen. Look how they want to act when I clarified. Knight of Cups and the Empress. They want to come through. They want to share their devotion, their love, their appreciation. They want to tell you everything. They want to be in this energy with you. They want to be a knight. They want to take charge. They want to take the lead, but you have to let them in. And you do that by taking all of the energy away from them. I know that sounds like such a contradiction, but you do. You eject all of your energy and put it back into yourself. And when you're radiating that, that's when they show up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This is crazy energy right now. Just crazy. Okay, so we have the Page of Emotions, which is the Page of Cups. So, seeing a lot of signs, speaking to spirits, seeing all the synchronicities, getting the downloads, feeling it. To clarify, here we go. 6 of Pentacles, once again, 2 of Wands, and the Chariot. Do you see all this movement energy? All of this fast-paced movement energy? This is where they're at in their heart space. This is where their soul is at. It's because it's where your soul is at. You guys want this. Everyone is in alignment on wanting this love exchanged, wanting to share what's been going on in your journey, wanting to rush forward with this Chariot energy, 2 of Wands, new horizons, new vistas, new adventures. Give and receive in equal, in an equal measure, reciprocity. So what are they waiting on? Well, there's still some healing occurring. There's still some light activations. There's still some downloads coming through. There's a lot of hope. What are we waiting on? The Wheel of Fortune. We're waiting a bit on fate. At least they are. They don't know why they're not rushing in. They don't know. They can't consciously tell you that. They don't know. But they are waiting on something, the wheel to turn in the positive, for them to get that aha moment, for them to something to just be undeniable that they have to rush in. They're also still healing this heart, this broken heart, this pain of the past, whatever's happened between the two of you, whatever's happened within their lives when they've gotten hurt for being honest, truthful in their emotion, in their divine feminine. They're healing that. But guess why? Because so are you. You are healing it too. Okay, we have the High Priestess. Oh, love seeing that card. So we're talking about you. We're talking about the Queen of Cups. We're talking about this new beginning in the 3D with the Ace of Pentacles, and we're talking about the Temperance. So there's a lot of harmonizing and balancing of the energies, neutralizing, equaling the polarities, equaling the masculine and the feminine. They're getting these downloads. The divine is coming in. It's grounding this union. It's grounding it in the material. And you are just everywhere. You're showing up everywhere. They want to rush in. Also, we have the 10 of Materials, which is the 10 of Pentacles in this deck. To clarify, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So they need to gain some independence. They need to gain some confidence, they need to get their groove back and their mojo back, their power. In order to get to this place and to have all these gifts come through that they're so desiring, it's about gaining that through their own autonomy, their own sovereignty. I feel like I know someone else that's working on that. Who is that? Oh yes, that's the Divine Feminine. So as we work on this, what do? They follow suit. We have the Fool, wanting to be a fool for love. Oh, I love when my guides give me that message with this card. It doesn't always come up, but with this particular read, a fool for love. They want to be a fool for love. They want to take this leap. They want to take this step. They want to trust. They're a little still in the King of Cups, where, again, all the emotion is underneath the surface. It's not quite in the consciousness even. It's not quite at that precipice where they just have to, they can't keep it in anymore. They have to come and shout it down the mountaintops and claim you in front of everyone in their life, all of the people that didn't want this connection to succeed, you know, the karmic, whoever, it doesn't matter. They're not quite telling, they're not quite saying how they really feel, that they want to be this fool for love, this fool for you. Because we're still waiting on this last embodiment. But guess what they're manifesting? They're 100% manifesting, because we have the Magician. To clarify, we got the Tower and the Three of Cups. So they're manifesting this renewal, this transformation in their community, in these third-party energies, in these karmic situations. They are manifesting a clearing. They are open to all of this crumbling. They are open to it crumbling. They are open to change. They're open. They're open. They're just open, open, open. And there's a lot that needs to occur here. But the messages that I've actually been getting from my guides is that that's going to start to occur when the union starts to get really solidified and grounded in the 3D for the two of you. Because you guys strengthen each other. You strengthen one another, and this is a big hurdle for them. And again, they're only reacting. They're not quite conscious. So they, without this, it's almost like without the physical grounding of the two of you and your energies and the emotion and the consciousness that you bring to this connection, without that, they're really unable to fully make this move. They're unable to fully walk away. And I keep hearing that that's all those steps and all those final steps in the 3D are going to occur within the union. That you're going to empower each other for that, which is not what we were thinking. I don't know. That's not what I was thinking for a very long time. I was thinking they would have to do all the work. They'd have to clear it all, and then they would come forward. But I've been getting a very different message lately. So take it or leave it. It might resonate. It might not. Ace of Cups. Ace of Emotions, but Ace of Cups. And I love this beautiful card. She's so exposed. She's just exposing her throat, her heart. She's just, to the divine, it's an offering. She's like offering herself and her heart. And there's no fear. There's just a trust in this beginning, a trust in this love, a trust in this emotional expression. So your divine masculines are getting there. They're really, that energy is prevalent. And they're not letting you go. Okay? Four of Pentacles, they are not letting this go. They don't want to let this go. They have a deep fear of losing you. I've felt that. I've gotten that strong message today in particular, that they have a deep fear of losing you, that they're not sure why they can't rush in. They want to rush in, but they're not. And they're afraid that with whatever time it's going to take before they can come in and come to you, that in that time they're going to lose you, that you're going to move on, you're going to get impatient, you're going to just get an offer and go a different direction. So they do have a deep fear of that, and they're working through it because we have the Four of Swords. So they're taking some time out, they're reflecting, they're meditating, they're getting quiet, they're resting, so that they can kind of balance this energy, so that they can truly step forward with an exposed, vulnerable, surrendered position with you for this new beginning. And that starts with you, Divine Feminines. The more vulnerable you are, the more vulnerable they will be. So we have Six of Inspiration, which is the Six of Wands. Success. Spirit is promising them success with you, with their High Priestess. Their wish fulfillment with this Nine of Cups is promised success. The Four of Wands promised this twin flame union, this foundation, this marriage, this union, this divine sacred union of two enlightened whole beings. Wow, beautiful timing. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the lawnmower just started, so that's probably gonna deflect from this reading. So, but this was our last energy I wanted to pull and I wanted to show you. And what a magical energy. I mean, can you? I just, it's just magic. So Divine Feminines, I'm going to leave you, or it's, you know, if you're a Divine Masculine watching, welcome. You're always welcome. I like to reiterate. But I'm going to leave us with that. This has been a Divine Masculine check-in. Beautiful energy. We're working through this. We have Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck for the clarifying deck. So we're working towards grounding. We are hopeful. We are ready to welcome in this new beginning. We're healing the heart space. Again, the bottom of the deck for the original deck is the Three of Swords. So we are balancing, we are letting go of this pain to ground this union, because this union is here. There is no doubt about it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you're ready to believe it and you're ready to welcome it in and let go, banish all the doubt, all the fear, all the rejection of yourself, that's when they're going to be at your door. Quite literally. Okay. All right, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys so much. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and thank you to all the new subscribers for being here. Please comment. Let me know how you're doing. How does this resonate? Even if it triggers you, even if you're not loving it, I want to hear that too, okay? Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful day.